Hello everyone. Are you wondering why this doll is on screen? Well, chances are if you read the title, you're probably not wondering. But anyways, if you could see by the title, I'm going to be customizing this doll. I think that she's the Baby Alive a Magical Scoops doll, and she's the blonde one. Look, I do not know how that stuff got on her face. This was my cousin's doll. She just gave it to me so I could paint it, okay? So anyways, my plan is to turn her into this character. I have a few drawings. I'll put them up here. But here they are. She's kind of like a fox humanoid creature. But really the only parts of her that are gonna have fur are her ears and tails, which I bought some faux fur for that, so I'll be able to do that. But first, I'm gonna need to remove that horrible haircut. Like, what is that? I do not want to see that, and I'm gonna remove that face too because it's not looking so good. And sorry if you hear a fan in the background. This is really the only time to do a voiceover because nobody's home right now. But anyways, I'm just gonna stop the waiting and get right into it. So here's me chopping off this doll's hair over a tiny garbage can. I need to get all that off because I'm gonna make my own hair for her. I don't need to make her completely bald because I'm not gonna be like rerouting her or anything. I do not have that time and patience. I'm just gonna be making yarn wefts for her and putting them as hair. So I basically just need to get her down to a buzz cut, cut everything to the roots until we have her hair short enough. And I couldn't keep and use this hair even if I dyed it because this hair was too short for the hairstyles that I'm going for with this character. So I just had to remove it all completely. So anyways, here's the doll once I had removed all her hair. It's down to a buzz cut now. She's all bald. She's in her bald era. So here it is. Voila. So now that I have removed this child's hair, I'm going to remove her face and the weird stuff that my cousin put on there. So yeah, cut to that. So anyways, I put her on a baking tray because I did not want to get nail polish remover everywhere. So yeah, it looks like I'm about to cook her, but whatever. So here's me removing the paint from her face, and it's making a big black smear, which was not what I was going for. And it wasn't doing a very good job removing the eyes. So you can see here I kept on trying. I know what the problem was. It just wasn't coming off at first. But you see, I was not using the right nail polish remover. So here I got the new nail polish remover, which was 100% acetone, and it actually worked very well. So make sure that your nail polish remover is 100% acetone if you're going to do this. Yeah. So now here's the child with no face and hair. Frightening, I know. So now that this doll is faceless, it's time to begin the painting. So I got this big bottle of white acrylic paint, which I'm going to use to paint her completely white. So I might film that. Let me see if I will. Yeah, I did not film the painting because I ended up putting 4 coats of paint on her to completely cover all of her actual skin color underneath because I need her to be completely stark white. So here's her drying. Yeah, it's a weird position, I know, but you have to do what you have to do. But while this doll is drying, I'm gonna have to make hair. So this is how I make hair. So I use yarn to make hair because it's much easier than using like a wig or like actual fake hair. So I get the Lines brand yarn at Joann's because I like the texture of that once you unravel it, I guess. The first thing you gotta do with the yarn is cut it to the length you want it. Don't mind the doll over in the corner, that's definitely nothing. Anyways, her hair's gonna be pretty long, so I cut it pretty long. Then you'll have to unravel all the yarn, which literally took me forever, but here it is all unraveled in a pile. Then you have to brush out all the yarn to make it nice and smooth, and in that process you're gonna be losing a lot of hair fluff. You can see it over in the corner, but here's the ginormous pile that I got. Holy. I wasn't satisfied with the texture that I got after brushing out the hair, so I decided to straighten it, but I do not have a straightener. I used a curling iron. It still worked, but just kind of a weird way to do it, but it still works because I need this doll's hair to be straight, not completely straight, but just straighter than it was when I brushed it out. So now that I have straightened the hair to my liking, even though I used a hair curler, I don't have a hair straightener, but it still worked, so I'm not going to complain. And now I'm going to show you how to make the yarn wefts. So what you're going to need, you need fabric glue. I prefer Fabri-Tac. This is my favorite brand of glue. Fabric glue, it dries really quickly. better than other fabric glues, and I will stand by that. So you need to have one yarn weft, I guess. You like line up all like the ends to the yarns. You just put it down on some parchment paper because you do not want this to stick to whatever surface that you have. So yeah, and you just glob on some of that. This is not very good descriptors, but yeah, just smear some on here, and you're gonna get your hands sticky because you gotta go like this and connect all the ends together so they don't come apart while they're on the doll's head, so you can actually kind of like brush the hair and stuff. So now that you have that on one side, you turn it over, and you're gonna repeat. Get your glue again if it comes out. Okay, do the same thing and smooth it out again. And then you're basically just gonna wait for this to dry, and you're gonna keep on doing this until you have all your yarn wefts. And I'm not gonna show all that because that's gonna be way too time consuming, so I'll just skip to once I have all these yarn wefts dried. So I went ahead and glued all that hair down on my own. So here's all the yarn wefts. They were drying on the parchment paper, and I just had to wait till they dried. And here are the hair wefts once they were all dried. Here they are. I also snipped off the ends so it wouldn't be looking all wonky and weird. So yeah, wow. But nope, I'm not gluing on the hair just yet. So I sketched out a face for the doll on her face, which has been Mod Podged already with just some matte Mod Podge. I just sketched out a face with some regular pencil, and you're able to go back and kind of like erase the face if you messed up, because the Mod Podge makes the face kind of like, I guess, erasable. So yeah. Okay, so here's this update. Here's where I am now. I have pretty much finished her face. I painted on her eyes and her nose and her lips and inside of her mouth. I painted it red inside her mouth. I don't know if you can see it, but there's red inside her mouth. And I painted her eyebrows, and I also painted her fingernails and her toenails because she needs to be ossified. Okay, she needs to do a girl boss. So I also put some Mod Podge over her face paint, the painting on her face. You know what I mean. Normally, I thought I just need to show this. Normally, it's normal Mod Podge, normal size bottle. But for her eyes and like for her nose and lips, I wanted to put glossy Mod Podge on so it wouldn't be matte. And this, my, it's literally the size of the doll. Yeah, I thought I just need to show that. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wait till her paint on her nails dries, so I'm gonna go over that with this Mod Podge, and I will be back for the next update. No, we're not gluing on the hair yet. Anyways, here's me sketching out a tail for her because I'm going to need to make her a tail because she's a fox creature. Still haven't thought of a name for this species, but whatever. Same, we're sketching out ears because I'm going to sew these together. This is how I normally cut out any patterns, even for my stuffed animals, which I might make a video for that soon. I'm brushing out the hair as we go because I don't want all the hair to be cut off, so I'm brushing it to the grain, I guess. I didn't say how to make a pattern, but just make something that's needs to be a little bit bigger than the ears and the tail for it. So yeah, next. So here are the ears once I sewed them together, and I also added a triangle of pink non-pill fleece. I know, fancy. And I'm gonna put wires inside them to make it straighten and bendable. And here's the tail, which I'm also gonna put a wire in, and some stuffing. So now here are the tail and ears once I've glued them on and added wires to them. I actually had to like melt holes in the doll to do that with a hot glue gun. Funny story, when I was gluing on the first year, the hot glue, I guess it kind of dripped onto my leg, and I'm like, ow, that hurts. And then I picked it up with my finger and I burnt myself. So yeah, I have a burn on my finger and on my leg now. Fun. But anyways, here's her tail and here's her ears, and now it's finally the moment you've been waiting for. Time for hair. So here's her hair. I glued it on. It's not cut yet because I still need to style it. Here it is. Have not brushed it out yet, so I'm going to show a picture of that now. So here's her. I styled her hair. I got it to the style that I wanted to, I guess. And I brushed it out, give her some pigtails, because, yep, why not? Still not satisfied though, because I need this doll to be perfect, so I went to the Dollar Tree and I picked up some fake eyelashes. They don't need to be really realistic because I'm using these for a doll. But anyways, I glued these eyelashes on, the smaller ones to her bottom lash, and the top ones to her upper lashes, I guess. And, drumroll please, voila! So here she is, all done with her hair, and her eyelashes, and everything. This doll took me around 2 days to complete, and a burned thumb and a burned leg. So, yeah, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this doll. I dressed her up in some clothes, and here's her side view, so you can see her pigtails, and you can't really see her eyelashes because her ears that were pretty big, but I wanted them to be pretty big because, you know, foxes have big ears. And here's a close-up on her face, so you can see her eyelashes. Anyways, I think I did a pretty good job. Comment down below what you would change. Here's her in her entirety, finished. A pretty picture in the sunlight, I guess. This already has a name and a backstory and everything, so don't request any names. But it's not time to reveal that name, so stay tuned for new videos featuring this doll. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye, everyone.